Hello friends, welcome to JavaEE JSP tutorial. In the last video we created a custom tag, and in this video we will see how to create a fragment. So once you finish this video you will know the importance of a fragment. So these are the prerequisite, and this one is optional. If you know some of the servlet knowledge, you no need to watch all these 28 videos. Here we already created a SQL Server connection, and then this example makes use of the previously created a JSP code out of this database interaction. Now we will develop the fragment on top of this custom tag example. So the custom tag does not allow customization in JSP coder point of view. So in the last example we created a tag class, and the tag class doTag method performs all the rendering. So a JSP coder will make use of the tag, but they cannot decide how the elements looks. Say for example, if they want to change a style of a particular element, say for example a book title or book price, so they cannot do that. So that's the whole purpose of a custom tag. Custom tag, we will create our own tag, and thereby we put a standard for a specific tag, so that tag can be used in multiple JSP pages. But sometimes, okay, before that, if you see, our custom tag has fixed style for printing book title, type and price. So this we saw in the previous example. So once they use the tag for printing the book title, type and price, the same standard they can, in the sense the JSP coder can use it in multiple pages. Suppose if a JSP user demands they want to do customization for a specific tag element, then we should go for the fragment attributes. So they will still use our custom tag, and they can perform rendering for a specific element. Say for example, if our custom tag is rendering 3 elements, and if user want to customize only element to the way they want, they can do that using the fragment attribute. And at the same time, the custom tag imposes the standardization on the tag parts 1 and 3. So that's what this point means. The user JSP coder will still use the custom tag, but specific part of the tag they will customize using the fragment attributes. So in this example, we will allow JSP coder to customize only the title. So here one is a title and another one is a description. One is title, book title, the next one is a type, and other one is a price. So this is the 3 element we are printing as part of our custom tag. So in this example, we will see how to print or how to allow customization for this title tag. For the title part of the custom tag. Then we will still follow the standard of type and price. And in our previous example, we will print title in one paragraph. Then in the next paragraph, we will print price and type with a comma separated element. So we will stick to this standard, but allow customization for title. That means the user can print title in whatever way they want. That means they can print the book title in a bold font, or they can print it in a different background color or foreground color. They can apply different style for printing the book title. So the customization we will allow using the fragment attribute. So that's what we are going to learn in this video. Fragment attribute renders a specific part of unit. So here unit in the sense the custom tag will render all these three units: title, type and price. So fragment attribute renders a specific part of the unit. That means any specific part, a title or type or price, with the user customized style. So if you see, this is our tag class. Here I'm going to show what are all the changes we will make here in the tag class to allow customized rendering for the book title. So we know that our list book titles tag. So this is our custom tag class, and it operates based on the books array list, which is nothing but a collection of title bins. So here if you see, first we declare JSP Fragment. So this is the class we will use to perform rendering of a specific component. So in the JSP file, the JSP coder will allow a specific, or they will provide a specific fragment, and using this JSP Fragment we will invoke this and run at runtime in the doTag method, of course. So here we have a setter method. This is print title, and if you see how the setter method is set ps caps set print underscore title, and it receives a JSP fragment, and we assign our internal member. Then this is our existing print tag method, I mean the doTag method. So we borrowed this code from our previous example, and if you see here, some portion is missing. That means, as already told, we organized our printing in two paragraphs. The first paragraph is for title, second paragraph, whatever you are seeing, that's for type and price. So what happens to the first paragraph? That we will delegate to JSP Fragment. That means at runtime the JSP coder will tell how to render this fragment. So then it's our tag file's duty to invoke the rendering part provided by the JSP coder, then print the standard stuff. So this is the standard stuff, which is a part of the simple tag support or our tag class. So all we do here is JSP context. So this we already saw in the previous video, JSP context. So we are still using the same JSP context dot set attribute book title, and we are setting the book title here. And if you see here, we are iterating the books collection. So this is the book collection which will be already set, and we are iterating through the book collection, and then here we are setting the book title attribute. After that we are accessing the context, I mean accessing the fragment print title dot invoke. So after setting the attribute, we print the title. That means we invoke the JSP Fragment code. So that's one change. Then in the TLD file, if you see, this was our earlier TLD file. We already saw this. So the TLD file refers our tag class. Then it defined the attribute books, then the other stuff. So this stuff we already saw. Now here if you see, we define our fragment attribute also. See, the fragment attribute name is a print title. That means when JSP coder uses, they use the tag name will be list books. One attribute will be books and the other attribute will be print title. So once this tag present in the JSP coder tag, then we will invoke the fragment which is provided by the JSP code itself. So this will be the second change we will make. So previously we used this code, right, for a rendering purpose. So we will delete that. Then you will add this a new piece of code. Here if you see, this is our previously we just used only this line. Now we specified list books my, and my is already defined here. This is coming from our custom tag which we already saw in the previous video. And for our custom tag, this time we are providing list books. So this is one attribute, and if we go to our TLB file, this is one attribute and this one is second attribute, right? One attribute is for books and the other attribute is print title. And if you see how we are using it, list books tag we are using it, then the tag attribute is books. After that, inside we use JSP attribute and the name is a print title. So this will match with our TLD file. Then here the JSP user is providing the attribute style. And if you see paragraph is ending here with a different style, font size, color is gold, then a different font, background color, all the stuff. And here if you see, we are just printing the book title. So here customization is given to the JSP coder. This is JSP file, right? So here in this file, the JSP coder is using the attribute like this. So in the next JSP page, so for example, this is page 1, right? JSP page 1, when a different JSP coder or in a different JSP page, they can still use this my list books, and inside they can provide a JSP attribute name, print title, and they can define their own style. So they can provide a different font size and whatever formatting they want to do, they can do it, and they can access the book title using this book title like this. They can access it. All right. So here if you see book title, we are printing it differently here. Now let's look back. This one will call do tag. So of course through TLD file it knows what is the tag class, and from that tag class it will make a call to do tag. Then inside the do tag, if you see, we will make use of the JSP Fragment class, and we will make a call to invoke for each book found. So for each book found, because inside the for loop we will use the JSP Fragment object dot invoke, right? Invoke, and we will pass null there. So what happens from our JSP tag class, this attribute, this is the fragment, right? Attribute print title. So we already specified this as a fragment in our title tag library descriptor. So from do tag, when we make a call to invoke, it will come here and invoke this JSP content. So that's all. So as after in our do tag, first we make a call to this JSP Fragment dot invoke, then we printed our second paragraph with other stuff in the sense book type and price as a comma separated one, right? So the first part, book title, is invoked through a fragment, and the second part is done inside the do tag itself. So that's all here. So this is just to differentiate how we changed it. So this is our previous code. My book, my list of books equal to book title. So here inside we provided one more attribute name equal to print list. As a child we provided this. So this is inside this list of books child. This is a child attribute. So it's a fragment. This will get invoked from our do tag method. Alright, now it's demo time. Let's go ahead and implement this. Okay, this is our project. For a quick review, let us come to our servlet. So user will invoke this servlet page, and in the servlet page, if you see, we invoke display books3.jsp, and before that we make all the database connection, and we will iterate through the books collection, and we will store that inside a array list, and we push that array list to the display books3.jsp. So in display books 3 version 3, and if you see here, this is the custom tag we are using, my custom tag. So these are all explained in the previous part. Now the custom tag directs you to the TLD file. This is the URI, right? So from servlet, the page is directed to display books 3. From display books 3, we are making use of this tag lib URI. This is our custom tag, my. Once it sees my, it comes here, prefix my, then the control goes to URI, and the URI is defined here in the TLD file. HTTP tube coding example JTags, HTTP coding example JTags. So from this URI, it picks a correct TLD, then tag class is searched for it, and once we reach the tag class, this is our existing tag class, and the do tag method will get called, and here we are printing the stuff. And if you see here, we are printing the get book title, then in the second paragraph we are printing the type and the price as a comma separated one. So that's all here. Now what we are going to do, and if you see in the JSP, there is no customization allowed here. The JSP coder, they will make use of list books tag, and they will supply the data through the books attribute. Now we want to provide customization for the book title. Now let's go ahead with the changes. So inside the tag file, so this is already an attribute, right? And if you look at our previous version, how we are using this attribute. So we are using this attribute by supplying the collection of titles bin. Now here we declare our JSP fragment, and we provide a setter method just like setBooks. So this is from JavaEE Servlet JSP Tag extension. Alright, now our members are ready. Now we need to make a change to the doTag method, and in the doTag method, if you see here, we are already getting the book title, no change required there, but this we need to allow customization. So first we will remove this, and here we will add our fragment. So this will be our existing code, and this is also our existing code. So if you see, previously we just printed the book title here using the out object. Out object is nothing but the print writer object or JSP writer object, which we retrieved from the JSP context. Now we are not printing it here directly in the doTag. Instead, we are making call to the fragment, which will be supplied by the JSP page. So the fragment may differ from page to page. So it's up to the JSP coder. Whatever they will provide, we will render that here. And this one, the standard goes with the Java coder. So here Java coder will take control, and they impose a standard of printing price and type. So first they will print the type with a comma, then they will print price in a separate paragraph or in a dedicated paragraph. But this one is given to user. So however you want to print the title, you print, but we want to print the type and price in a same line and in a separate paragraph. So that's how here we coded it. So the next change goes to our TLD file. So it's already opened here, right? Great. So URI, within URI, the tag lib is identified by this URI, and within this URI we defined only one tag and we have one attribute. Now here we will add our fragment also. And if you see here, we are still defining our attribute within the existing tag list books. So one attribute is books, and the second attribute is print title, and we say that it's a fragment by specifying the fragment true in the tag library descriptor. So this is the code we added here to state that the tag can make use of the attribute also. Now let us create. So this is our display books, and we will create a copy of this. So I'm choosing copy. And let's go for a paste option. So it automatically gives a fourth version. Let's click OK, and we will open version 4. So at present it is nothing but a copy of version 3, and what we are going to do here, we will replace this. Replace in the sense we can just, the tag is not closed, and we can provide the fragment. Now if you see, So this is what we replaced. Now some list books. This is our tag, and it contains an attribute. Now we are done with our changes. Let us start the server. Okay, Wildfly is started. Let's remove this. So undeployed, clear. Why? Because we need to make change here. This one is redirecting to our old version. Now we will make use of new version. This is our servlet. Servlet is taking the request dispatcher and dispatching the request and response object. So from display book servlet, we are forwarding the request and response processing to the JSP file. All right, now we will add this to our server. Okay, here we are seeing this is deployed. Now this is our servlet and we will run it. And if you see, we can run here, and this title is now coming from the fragment, and this is from our do tag method. This is from the JSP fragment, which is defined in the JSP. Of course, it is invoked from the do tag method of tag class, but the style is defined inside the JSP coder. Now let's assume that the JSP programmer or in a different page they use it differently. Say for example, here background color is green, right? Now let me give background color as black, and let me reduce this to somewhat 24. Assume that the display book is a different version or different page people are using the tag, but the JSP coder this time provides a different fragment information, but they cannot change how the title and the price that get printed. All right, now it requires a republish, so I'm going for incremental publish. And we will reload it, and you can see the fragment information is invoked. So as you see, the Java file requires compilation. Right here, JSP, when they are creating a new JSP file, they can make use of the compiled tag that is coming from the tag class from the Java runtime. And JSP file, when they are creating new JSP file, they can provide the fragment and decide how a specific unit, that means a title, that get printed. So previously we saw that a title get printed in green color, and in a different JSP file, of course we are using the same but you can imagine that there is a different page, and in that page the JSP coder is using it in a different way. That means he provided this title to get printed with a black background color with a reduced font. So that's all. So in the last two videos we saw how to create a custom tag. Then we also saw, when we are creating custom tag, how to provide customization to specific part of the custom tag using the JSP fragment. And that way we can provide a customization to the JSP coder, so they can provide some part get printed the way they want. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.